lying to us about this, that, and the other thing. And now I'm supposed to believe you're one of the good guys. You're one of the straight shooters now.
I know this guy has an obsession with money. He didn't get the name Money Mayweather for no reason. But after a bit, we've got to start to question this guy's sanity.
I'm shopping, spending money, living life. Money May.
Joe Rogan has officially pulled back the curtain on Floyd Mayweather, launching a direct and devastating challenge that puts the boxing legend's financial empire under a massive, unyielding spotlight. Rogan isn't just speculating. He's pointing to alarming reports that claim Money Mayweather is buried under a staggering $500 million in debt, with a massive $20 million still allegedly owed to the Internal Revenue Service. He openly questions how Floyd's ultra-luxury, high-speed lifestyle can possibly be sustainable, calling it
money to the IRS. How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No,
it's just neglect to pay.
Neglect, and it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money. There's probably a point when they're like, "Hey, it's time to pay your taxes," and you go like, "All right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money." And then they go, "That's true, but you owe 50 more," and he's just like, "That can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats. You can sell those. Money. He needs that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's not that expensive though, but
he's only 46. But he does this with everything, man. He's got $1 million watches.
I don't think he buys every pair.
For years, Floyd Mayweather has carefully curated an image of untouchable wealth, flooding our social media feeds with literal mountains of cash, high-end designer wardrobes, and a fleet of exotic supercars that most people can only dream of. But behind this glittering, diamond-encrusted facade, a much more sinister and complex financial reality is reportedly beginning to take hold. While Floyd continues to burn through millions to maintain his public persona of infinite riches, the whispers of unpaid tax bills and massive outstanding loans from multiple lenders are getting louder and harder to ignore. This massive, widening canyon between his...
How do the people around him, how do the lawyers that I'm sure that he employs, the financial people that are probably running his life, telling him to stop spending $1 million a day, how do they not deal with his taxes?
Well, listen, he apparently had a tough time reading the thing, as they say. Like he didn't know what he couldn't read, like
that's BS.
Something
that is BS.
They said something.
Time
like
out.
That.
He is paying. I'm sure he's got a litany of people in his world.
I happen to agree.
Financial management people.
You think so?
How long before he's suing somebody for mismanagement of funds? You know that's happening.
You would certainly think so. By the way, they announced, I'll get your calls in a second, they did announce the pricing for Mayweather-McGregor. $100 for a high def, $90 for standard def. So they...
In the early chapters of his legendary career, Floyd was defined by his technical perfection, his superhuman discipline, and a pure boxing brilliance that made him an absolute fan favorite across the entire globe. However, as the years rolled on, a noticeable transformation occurred. He stopped representing the sport of boxing and started representing the business of wealth. Joe Rogan has been one of the most vocal critics of this shift, slamming the way Floyd moved away from pure athletic legacy and toward a hyper-fixation on profit at any cost. This wasn't just a change in branding, it fundamentally altered how he approached his opponents and how...
Floyd went from being like a really exciting pressure fighter and he had a bunch of hand problems to like Money Mayweather, start talking just boxing people's faces off. No more hand problems, much more money.
Yeah, I love what he's doing too, beating up these YouTube guys.
It's great.
I love it.
It's so funny that these guys are willing to get beat up by him.
Well, I think they're all delusional.
And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit and he's like, look at my $1 million watch. Look at my jet. Look at my house. Look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed. Like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but I want to show you when I show up, I bring out the big boy and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million.
The explosive Ethereum Max scandal ignited a ferocious public backlash that Floyd never saw coming, as his aggressive promotion of the cryptocurrency was viewed by many as a predatory betrayal of his fans' trust. After countless investors were left holding the bag following massive financial losses, the accusations of a pump-and-dump scheme hit his credibility like a knockout punch, suggesting he prioritized personal profit over any sense of ethical responsibility. The resulting high-stakes lawsuit has raised profound...
Kardashian and Floyd Mayweather are being sued over crypto. The pair was allegedly involved in a crypto scam under the name Ethereum Max, which has no affiliation to actual Ethereum. Kim Kardashian had posted on Instagram promoting the token, which shot up in price and eventually came crashing down as so many do. People believe Kim and Floyd, who promoted the product during his fight with Logan Paul, held a certain percentage of the token and made millions selling. Even NBA star Paul Pierce is getting wrapped up in the whole thing. I learned about this story on Morning Brew. It's a daily email newsletter that keeps you up to date on the hottest business news from Silicon Valley to Wall Street. It's also completely free, so subscribe at the link on the comment of this video to get smart fast.
Even as the waves of criticism grow taller and the public pressure becomes suffocating, Mayweather has remained stubbornly unapologetic, doubling down on his strategy of posting content that flaunts his wealth, power, and dominance as if the world isn't watching. But this defiant strategy might actually be his undoing rather than his salvation. The more he tries to project an image of absolute control and untouchable power, the more he highlights the disturbing gap between his carefully manufactured persona and the method.
And everybody in the crypto world is competing with one another. Whereas I feel like everybody choose what they should be able to choose what they want to choose and go with who they want to go with. I think everybody should work together. And what I always did was I believed in myself. Before anybody else believed in me, I believed in myself.
Many seasoned observers and sharp critics have started to notice a repetitive, almost desperate pattern where Mayweather seems more obsessed with grabbing headlines than delivering any actual value to his audience. From his bizarre and erratic spending habits to his increasingly confusing and awkward public appearances, it looks like he is leaning into the spectacle because he can no longer rely on his substance. It appears he is working overtime to maintain the ghost of his former image rather.
You won't believe this. Floyd Mayweather is back in the NFT space to launch his metaverse called Mayweverse. There will be 5,000 NFTs with different utility, rarity levels, and rewards. But this NFT project is after a series of NFT and crypto scams he's started and promoted throughout the years. Some abandoned projects are Centra ICO, Ethereum Max, Floyd NFT, Bored Bunny, scamming his supporters for over more than $5 million. What do you think? Follow for more NFT.
Joe Rogan has never been one to bite his tongue, and his unfiltered thoughts on the world of cryptocurrency echo the quiet fears of the general population. He has famously compared the crypto craze to high stakes, predatory gambling, explaining that even if these schemes are technically legal, they are often ethically bankrupt. This blunt perspective shines a light on a much larger concern regarding how ultra-famous influencers like Mayweather use their massive platforms to push...
Filled with weirdos. Like everyone that I've talked to that wants to come to me with some idea, it's always very strange. Like when people have come to, you know, like my business manager with financial propositions, they're always, it's logical. Like it makes sense. Oh, invest in this. This is a fund and it does this. And this is how you get a return on your investment. None of that stuff ever made any sense to me. I avoided all of it, luckily. But I was propositioned by multiple different entities about these kind of things. And I was like, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know, like, why would anybody buy an NFT? Like, you know, oh, it's a non-fungible token, and then you put it in a NFT wallet, and you have this thing. I'm like, but I have the same thing on my phone. I can take a screenshot.
Rogan's sharp-tongued criticism doesn't just stop at individual coins, it extends to the entire toxic culture surrounding digital investments and the latest online financial fads. He has frequently pointed out that people chasing overnight riches often completely ignore the massive risks and the total lack of transparency that plague the current crypto and NFT markets. His brutal, no-nonsense comments regarding NFT supporters show just how far removed he feels from this hype-driven art.
It seems like it's legal gambling is what it is. And it seems like, even though it's horrible to do and very unethical to dump it, to pump and dump it, it seems like that's legal for some weird reason. You know, because I know that's the turmoil around the Haktua coin. And
I want to start by saying Thank you to all my true fans and all the people that actually watch my stuff and they keep up with me. We're trying to sort out all the pieces and stuff to like get all this figured out and make everything right. Oh my God, I'm going to cry.
No, don't cry. Don't cry.
That's the fear about the Trump coin. And because anybody can kind of make money now, which is so strange. And we're like, we make a JRE coin. What if we didn't dump it? What if we didn't pump and dump it? Like, what would it be for? How can you just do that? How can you just...
regulations are have not caught up yet, right? So, and you see that any new emerging business industry technology, I think there are people who look and go, there's an opportunity here because, regulatory policy hasn't.
Rogan's recent remarks about Floyd Mayweather's athletic limitations and his potential failure in other combat sports were incredibly direct and for many deeply controversial, but they struck a chord with millions of viewers. He pointed out that being the king of a familiar, controlled boxing environment is worlds apart from stepping into a chaotic, unpredictable arena like mixed martial arts. His criticism served as a harsh reality check, emphasizing that Mayweather's supreme boxing
Floyd Mayweather applying for MMA license wants 6 to 8 months to train.
He's screwed.
First of all, they should give him everything they can get their greasy paws on, get him to fight Conor in an MMA fight.
You'd be screwed.
It's not just getting screwed. Like someone said it should be 1,000 to 1. That's not high enough. It's not high enough. If Conor McGregor was going to fight Floyd Mayweather in MMA, it is as close to 100% as anything ever gets ever. He's probably going to punch Conor in the face a couple of times. It's probably going to suck. But Conor's going to get a hold of him, and then he's going to be like a baby. And if that doesn't happen, he'll kick Floyd's legs out from under him. He'll kick his legs sideways. He'll kick them from the outside. He'll kick them from the inside. He'll stay way the fuck away from any sort of a range where Floyd can punch him. It'll be a completely alien range for Floyd.
Next distribuis Blockbuster Showdown with Conor McGregor has come to represent the exact moment when Mayweather's career shifted from true competition to a pure commercial circus. Instead of being celebrated as a legitimate sporting contest between two warriors, it was largely dismissed by purists as a massive money grab spectacle built entirely on
Okay, so your new contract, you wanted no extensions. That's one thing.
Yeah,
makes sense.
that's one thing.
Okay. What was one of them? The ability to box?
One of them was the ability to box. They said that wasn't an option. Boxing is dead. It's not possible. This and that.
Now, what does that feel like to you, knowing that Conor McGregor did it and fought Floyd Mayweather and made $100 million?
Gentlemen, let's do this.
Nah, a bitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Nah, sneak this that's that shit I don't like.
For his entire career, bravado and an almost delusional level of self-confidence have been the twin pillars of Floyd Mayweather's public persona. However, in recent years, this act has started to lose its punch and its effectiveness with the general public. His constant, repetitive self-praise, especially when viewed alongside his mounting legal battles and controversies, has led many former fans to question the authenticity of everything he says. The more he shouts...
Still waiting? Well, I think I'm separated now. I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. I had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my records.
So is Gervonta...
The growing concerns voiced by those closest to him highlight just how deep the cracks in the Mayweather empire might actually go. Specifically, Jeff Mayweather's visible emotional distance and his reactions to Floyd's choices suggest a rift that goes far deeper than just simple business disagreements or family squabbles. It points to a profound level of tension within his inner circle and reflects the heavy...
I did. Like I said, I don't necessarily see Floyd very much, so we don't really get a chance to talk very much, and so I don't really know what's going on with him. I know he's doing things that, to better his life, like, buying homes and buying, different things. And so, I mean, I don't know exactly what he's doing. So, I mean, I haven't seen him in quite some time. And I haven't heard about him talking about doing any more exhibitions. Maybe he will, maybe he won't, I don't know.
Wild speculation regarding Floyd's international financial dealings has cast an even darker shadow over his current situation and future. Persistent rumors suggest that high-stakes gambling habits or secretive loans from foreign entities could be the true source of his reported financial struggles, making his actual net worth a complete mystery. His globe-trotting lifestyle, which was once hailed as the ultimate symbol of American success, is now being scrutinized by some as a potential cover for immense financial pressure. The heated public debate regarding Mayweather's alleged debt is no